Alright, I do believe we are all set to go, so I will give myself the audio check and then we'll get started here tonight. So I do hear myself okay. Yeah, just the... Alright. Yeah, there's no game music, so I had to move the menu around to make sure I could hear things are going on okay in stream, so thankfully they are. So tonight we are continuing on with trying to check off as much of this list as we can, as we were able to continue on with another quest that has been on the to-do list for a while that I really haven't been paying attention to, just because I've been trying to do as much as I can. But we'll see tonight just what else we can deal with, as we are back over in Inazuma, as we were in the middle of going on a journey with the RAIDEN Shogun, and so tonight we will continue with that and likely conclude with it and see then what else can be checked off. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Mathai Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact Live here on Twitch, as Paimon goes for some unique spinning around and twisting. And hey, hallelujah, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. So let's continue on, pick up where we were last night. Or at least hope that we can. Where's that quest? Yeah, here we are. Yeah, it says cancel navigation, but we're going to it in the... Yeah, this is one of the other things, like when I went and paused, I had the quest indication tell me, yeah, we're going this way, but it doesn't specify where. Because there was a beam of light showing before I got closer to start and prepared for the stream tonight to get going. Alright there, where is the RAIDEN Shogun? Oh, it says observe. A cup of tea has been left for Furuyama. How much did he actually perceive and how much did he let on? Yeah, where did she go? Uh-oh. Yeah, the problem was leaving her behind to call this stream because I was getting tired. You just want to take care of yourself, but the trail goes cold because you do. Yeah, of course we do have a thunder marker, an electro marker, but that doesn't help me. Oh, where did she go? Oh, here we are. Yeah, that's all you had to do, game. That's all you had to do. Are we going through the hole, or do we have to climb? Oh, so I'm gonna clear out.
Watch out! Coming
At least I hope we can.
Speed of light.
I got something in here.
Hey there! A proper send-off from Mosquito with love.
And he timed out and disappeared. Oh, game. Yeah, entity timed out and disappeared. Where are the indicators? Yeah, it's now nighttime. It's gonna be harder to follow. Yeah, how far did this trail get cold since last night? Yeah, I see the beasts over there.
Once again, please leave them to me.
All right.
Hey! Are you sure you're all right? You're scaring us.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
Yeah, she's not wrong. Alright.
Illusion shattered.
Let's see if we can pull away. Oh, what the?
Are you alright?
I was about to say, what the hell? Where the heck did you go? Like, where did you disappear to? Like that? Some of this stuff makes no sense to me at all just because of my lack of knowledge of this game. Including right now. Why am I frozen and dying? Why am I frozen and dying?
To oblivion.
Hey, around there somewhere, come on. Be gone, fiends.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
Yeah, you don't look too good. Yeah, the pain is in your voice.
My apologies.
You're
Don't
biting off more
worry
than you can
about
chew.
it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters.
Yeah, because it seems like they're still coming.
Look, that's the same light again.
Oh, will you clean them out? Who joins us? A trio of samurai?
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
But from what?
Come on, man.
Oh.
They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us.
Yeah, this never would have happened if these three were around in present day, because they would have been getting their stuff stripped from them thanks to the Vision Hunt Decree.
If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Yeah, so full of hope and an unwavering commitment to resistance.
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh?
Yeah, I know a thing or two about doing this.
Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Do it. Ah!
My rise. Transfixed.
Coming at ya! Watch out!
Let me make sure I
Germinate.
can have them in my sights.
Yeah, don't blink! Fire! Well, nowhere to hide.
All I know is that it's in front of me. Or at least one of them is.
Hiya, coming at ya!
Scatter. Everlasting as the moon.
And there we go. Here's we almost have the same footwear.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
Are you sure?
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring.
Well, I had a little help.
The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
Yeah.
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our
Yeah,
way.
and it also seems based on their names that they actually are literally brothers. Yeah, we have no business disrupting the reality they're experiencing.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the Almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun!
And away they go.
Glory to the Shogun!
And thus they disappear. Hey Minuet, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
They're gone.
Yeah, was that a promise to them or to yourself?
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Yeah, I think so too.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done.
Humans are worthy of your trust, yeah.
Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on.
So away we go.
It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
Yeah, don't tell me you're getting cold feet. No, you're getting hurt.
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it.
Oh, this ain't good.
It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
Yeah, we should get you back to the city.
No need. She is calling me. The time has come.
Are you talking about Makoto?
Can you help me walk?
Yeah, I can.
I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Yeah, it seems she's trying to move on, but is having a hard time doing so. Do I have enough of the sigils in the meantime? I don't think I do. 5 more. And I gotta go past the shrine and go beneath it. Yeah, I don't want to miss completely. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, well, let me go through unless I have an electro.
Laid bare.
Oh, here we are. Oh no, that's not that.
Speed of light.
Okay, so it seems like we know where to go. The question is how into getting there. Oh, we found a random treasure chest.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
It seems like there's one over there. Oh, please don't fall off. There we go.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
And there it is.
Whoa! Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
Yeah, meanwhile.
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
So what happened here?
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Yeah, that should be right.
Follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are we go?
Yeah, we're all getting sucked in.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place.
Yeah, it looks like a lot like the plane of Euthymia.
Look over there. It's another A.
Oh, is it? Oh, this must be Makoto.
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
And cut it down, apparently.
Wait, Paimon knows that voice. Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion?
Shall we find out?
I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Wait. The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the
Who we ask this to?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way.
Such a complex and confusing character.
Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Yeah, you mentioned this before.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
Yeah, this does not seem like that kind of situation.
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the RAIDEN Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome.
Yeah, you have to adapt and adjust.
You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
And so now...
And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was
Here
cut
we
down
go.
in disgrace.
Ah!
Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Absurd. Inferior.
Oh, hold on.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah, there we go. That helps.
Be gone. There is no escape. Inferior. The eye sweeps the lands.
Oh, run! Yeah, I'm not in a position to attack here, so I'll just let it go.
Illusion shattered.
Oh no!
The kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain.
Oh, she got health
As
back
long
too.
as the ley
Crap.
lines flow, the
Crap, she got health back too.
relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Yeah, well, so did I.
Thunder! Insolent! There is no escape! This world, a fleeting shadow.
Yeah, she's always there to meet me when I'm about to make my move.
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Thunder! Your verdict is decided. There is no escape! Weak! Be gone! Illusions are but distractions.
Where are you?
Now you shall perish! Shattered!
And we're down.
The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another.
Yeah, should just go back to square one
For
again.
the rest of time.
Is there a way to break this? Or does it always have to be like this?
Inferior. Strike dead. There is no escape.
Oh, no. You're like, what are you eating there, Raiden Shogun?
Now you shall perish. The eye sweeps the lands.
Oh, fine.
Shine down. Inferior. There is no escape.
Yeah, to be safe.
Torn to oblivion. Only
There.
emptiness awaits.
Have you
Yeah, I
finally
needed everything to line up,
defeated
and it did. Round 2.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
her? How the heck?
Yeah, surely the Shogun puppet isn't invincible.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
Yeah, and that's for Inazuma itself?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learn to trust them.
But can you bear to leave humanity go alone, or everyone looks to the Shogun for hope?
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness.
Surely I can do that.
During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Do it. And just like that, we got kicked out. As the internal struggle rages on.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still...
Yeah, she doesn't have a physical body anymore and has to rely on the Shogun, but this cannot be the only way.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. But what if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again.
Yeah, our work here isn't done, apparently.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her win the fight?
Yeah, what's possible to do that?
Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore.
brain juice.
Paimon now? Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really hard.
Yeah, yeah, we don't need to go that far. She told us to go to Yaimiko.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot
Yeah,
about
we should
her.
do that.
Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. Alright, up the mountain we go.
Yeah. I'm getting a little carried away, maybe?
What?
So yeah, we're just taking right back here.
One? No, let me try again.
Alright, there, Yaimiko. What can you tell us?
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it
Yeah,
for
basically.
you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Yeah, get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She.
Yeah, we're trying to explain it to her what's going on.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right.
Well, it's not like she was in any other position to do so, because she basically had run out of the ability to even move normally.
You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
Yeah, she rushed into it without thinking.
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
She did.
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
Yeah, I didn't notice any difference or wasn't paying attention.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Okay, we gotta go there again, alright.
By the protection of the Electro Arc.
Oh, I do have enough to offer. Awesome. I was thinking it was short. Because, yeah, now I'm used to it always being 30 now elsewhere. Yeah, who knows how far this goes. I guess the same can also be said of other things like the Fountain of Lucine and whatnot. And I just need to remember how far it is to get there. And thankfully the barrier is down, so we can walk right in, thankfully.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time.
Oh, great.
This is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stand here then. You two can go in.
Yeah, you're not gonna abandon me, are you?
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine. Paimon's coming too.
That's right, you are.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way.
Alright, do it. Door open.
I say.
Yeah, what do you see?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Okay.
Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
Yeah, no pressure.
For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
You certainly will. Alright.
Nico, you better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
Yeah, get to work, he says. And so... Yeah, and I can clearly tell someone is spamming here.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
So we can pass on through. And so back to the standoff.
Huh?
Yeah, hi.
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
Years. It's been minutes.
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler.
Alright. If you're finally wanting to point an
I'm
end to
going
it.
to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight
All right,
was
round
long enough
two.
to witness the rise and fall of the nations. The energy
now you're in
they
your
consumed
fancy
was great enough
thing
to
here.
vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush streams. Yet, you have endured.
Oh,
I will endure.
yeah, now it's so easy to dodge some of the big
Shine down!
swaps.
Witness the final calamity!
Okay, good. I was able to strike it down with a single hit. That helps.
Illusion shattered! Inferior!
Oh, get away, get away!
Perish!
Yeah, you
There's
know
no
what I've
escape.
had to fight when I've had to come here to get enhancements to my stats.
Eternity
balance.
is in my hands!
Let's keep going.
Illusion shattered!
Trying to find a way to get around her.
Inferior! Transcend all constraints.
For safety.
There is no escape! Purge all obstacles! Inferior!
What? Oh, now it's my turn.
This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power.
Oh.
This power is beyond the limits of my understanding.
Oh, so it would seem.
This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules.
We shall hold you to it, I guess?
From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future.
I'm sure you will.
Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Seems hard to say right now. Oh, and your weapon's glowing?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness.
Oh, yeah. This is interesting.
I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released.
Aw.
A convoluted way to
It
reach you,
really
but...
is.
Well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for
It
you.
certainly has.
And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
And so...
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really?
So yeah, you would have used it here? I guess so.
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles.
Wow.
Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you.
But what can you do?
Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick?
Did it do the trick?
This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
And now that she's gained her sense of closure, hopefully. After leaving the realm of consciousness and returning to the shrine, you relay everything to Ayai Miko.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
I saw wonderful things inside that place. I was moving forward and backward at the same time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
Does it?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Is that significant?
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to
Yeah,
happen?
this is what she meant by an inevitability of fate.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
Yeah, hopefully you're feeling better, because, yeah, you were in pain for a while.
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan.
The fact that she can acknowledge that is crazy.
It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
But you made a crucial contribution too.
I just planted a seed.
Yeah, your role and hers are both indispensable.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
It may be a simple one, but getting there was the result of countless efforts coming together. Just because the cause and effect ended up a bit back to front doesn't mean you should undervalue the part you played.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Ouch.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
Yeah, look at that face. That would be a no.
Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
As in the Vision Hunts.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
Yeah, but out of those challenges will be born new opportunities.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it only took us 2 years to get to this point, right? And so there we go.
Protection of the Electro Archon. May the blossoms of the sacred...
And we'll go ahead and add another intertwined. And yeah, I did notice this while this scene was going on. You need to remember that she catching needs to actually press R2 in order to summon that, so yeah, who knows if it'll be a while before we are able to power this back up again. Yeah, lots of stuff going on in Sumeru. And of course, there's this long list. Yeah, who's Juxiana Somnolenta? Oh, this is... Okay, this is from Sango no Mio Kokomi. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we gotta stay on Inazuma then. We gotta go over there. Alright.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
So yeah, I don't even know if this is right or not. We'll see what happens. Or whatever it takes to get stuff cleared off, right?
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you.
I imagine they would.
Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush
Yeah,
them.
hi there, Goru.
Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby.
Uh-oh.
This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
I'm about to get it.
Goro, what are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
Alright, because yeah, seems like our first wave of opponents is already here. Before we confront them. Yeah, top up on the party. And then go for it.
You'll get frostbite.
Hey there! Coming out!
Yeah, I know what you do against the row.
Chase!
It's time for a flash.
Attack! That's it! Watch out!
Witness my rise.
You're doing a pretty good job so far.
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire!
Oh,
An arson attack!
meanwhile,
They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
Hey! Nowhere to hide!
that is right. You're hiding.
Laid bare. Everlasting
Yeah,
as
bad
the
news for you,
moon.
you're stepping into the water.
Hey there! Attack! That, watch out!
Should be fun.
Transfixed.
Keep it going, guys.
Don't
And girls.
Propagate.
With sword comes shadow.
Alright, wiped out.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence.
Is it still going strong?
Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming.
That's very noble.
Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
Wow.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we can find her, Goro?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers.
Sure.
I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
I'll do what I can.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone again. Ready when you are.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's pay a visit to everyone. Interesting. It's time for us to go into this place where everything is well below sea level. Hello.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too?
Yep.
Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish 2, but I did see you with Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those Shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, it was quite the show. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service.
People are on edge, apparently.
On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry.
Nope.
Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but it's gonna take some time. I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
Let's do it. Across the bridge we go. On the opposite side of the bridge.
Peace at last. Living the dream. Don't I know you?
I think so.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. So, do you need something?
Well,
Unsettled? Unsettled how? I haven't noticed anything. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. They're all too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about 2 things and 2 things only. The sun and the sea breeze. Sorry that I can't be more help to you. I'll tell you someone you could ask, though. Sangonomiya. She knows everything.
Well, that's what they tell me.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him to rest and go find someone else to ask.
So a little further down, across the stream.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
Because we gotta get to that point eventually.
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh, keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Yeah, notably me.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back.
Yeah, we are.
Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of our closest advisors.
Yeah, we're right here.
For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it safe. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush
So
going
did I.
on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
Yeah, we'll leave you two to it then. So further down.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryou Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island.
And what do we have here?
I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm innocent.
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Do I have to intervene? Does she have to intervene?
Kokomi, there you are! Something's going down over here. You should take a look. Pronto!
Yeah, you should. Hey there, Luna. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryou Commission behind the scenes.
I haven't.
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Better? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to explain himself.
Yeah.
If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions.
Exactly.
Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
Let's hear it.
Of course. I can explain everything.
Yeah, please do.
I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then,
what?
But then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you?
Yeah, we ran into some Tui as well.
So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? Seems unlikely to Paimon. We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing. Kokomi, do you know anything about it?
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui.
Them too?
Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi Island. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation. Do we have an understanding?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation?
Sure.
Good. I look forward to seeing how you've progressed lately. I also have a few new things to teach you.
Oh.
Alright, follow me.
Yeah, what kind of things would you like to teach me?
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Indeed we do. Oh, hi there, Kyoko. Sure, what do you sell? Well, actually, I wouldn't mind buying some additional foodstuffs. Yeah, I am absolutely down with that. But I also see things like enigmatic pages like, yeah, more Toki Alley Tales.
General goods, handy and cheap.
It's still a bit sore.
Yeah, I was wondering if I would see more of those at some point. Oh. Pfft. Yeah, try and stay on the stairs, please. And how far west do we have to go? And it seems like we have to start climbing now. Right, go. We'll make it upstairs somehow as we run to the sunset. Oh, wait a minute. And then we're going this way. Yeah, it's hard to tell where they want me to go at this point. Yeah, sorry, no time to have fun.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows?
Oh, crap.
Not by brute force. That are enemies in the light, while we are in... A Option 1.
We do have options
If we
available,
strike
but I
from
need to
above,
live
option
here.
2. If we manage to discreet, they'd be caught completely. Option 3. Wow. That will depend on a surprise attack from with an explosion. If we decide to take advantage
Air raid,
of...
air raid, air raid, air raid! I'm dying! I'm dying! I'm dying! Fuck you!
Speed of light.
Yeah, I'm literally dying as these things are killing me without even any resistance! When I'm in the middle of a cutscene and they're not allowing me to be able to play it through without an incident!
That's the way.
You! Fuck you! Yeah, where's the fight? Because they won't allow me to go through the cutscene unless I do this! Where's the opponent? Yeah, it's chilling out over there. I don't care. I don't care! Yeah, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, and then I'm dead in the scene! Now, let's try this. It can't be performed during combat. Of course not. Fuck you!
Laid bare.
Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Yeah, fuck you, you stupid followers! Bring it in, Heavy! I want to see you dead too, because you'll just keep the chain going! And then for your friend, he's next too! Don't think you're getting off the hook!
Don't blink.
You are not getting off the hook at all. I shall make sure that you have your floor wiped. And you'll take a bath because the water's right behind you!
Watch out!
You haven't seen the last of us.
No, I haven't, because this fight's still going!
Overrule. A proper send-down. From the Spinolith Con.
Come on, Ugly! How bad do you want it?
Terminate!
Alright, who's next?
Death.
There. What a fucking charade. That should not happen, and the fact that the game still allows it to happen is disgusting. Yeah, the moment I'm about to talk with Kokomi is the moment that the planned attack is launched. And they would never let me go until I was dead. Now, option 1, 2, and 3 again! Please!
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about.
Yeah, I killed it 10 seconds ago.
From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it?
Looks pretty heavily guarded.
Are you sure about that, Paimon?
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far.
Yeah. We didn't give our position away because the flowers did it for us.
Our enemy's in the light while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand.
So what does the grand strategist have in mind now that there's no need for a strategy at all?
I think we have 3 options available.
All of which now are null and void.
Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gunpowder kegs.
Yeah, what gunpowder kegs? The ones that I was only forced to use because the flowers wouldn't shut up?
If we managed to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. They'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into submission.
Wow, that's our grand strategy.
Yeah, it's too bad you couldn't be doing a damn thing about the sneak attack of the flowers that wouldn't be bothered to go away while we were trying to have this conversation.
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires superior combat skills. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle, but absolute stealth would be required during the operation, or we'd risk exposing ourselves. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. So, which is your preferred option?
None of the above, cause it's too late!
There's the swordfish captain I know. Every confidence in your abilities. It's decided then. Let's fight this one together. I'm no warrior myself, but I can still provide some support. I certainly won't be dropping you into battle all by yourself. We should take them down as quickly as possible and retrieve the merchant's goods.
Yeah, except they're all dead now. Except for this one guy over here.
Watch out! Hey there! Got lucky that time.
Yeah, it didn't have to come to this, you know. You could have gotten the flowers off my back from the start.
With sword comes shadow.
The king is overthrown. Only the pawns remain.
And they all died already. Well, I guess someone had to come say hi. Figure out what WTF is going on.
Hey there! Hey there!
This is where you fall. Laid bare.
Coming at ya! A proper send-off!
Come on.
Witness my rise.
Springfield!
Get old.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
That didn't mean a damn thing!
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh?
Yeah, in what way? If nothing else, you could have fought out those flowers for us. Hey! Yeah, I beg to differ is right.
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. Presumably, they've been operating out of here in secret for quite some time. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion with the Tenryou Commission? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true, the inventory should be here.
All right, time to take a look around.
Yeah, let's go have a look now that we're actually at peace.
So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials.
Yeah, including the ones that we're looking at right now.
Dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. Don't blink.
Yeah, take him out from afar.
Incoming. Hey, look here. Could these belong to the merchant?
Shall we find out?
There's a lot of... Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was probably stockpiling them until he could make a handsome profit. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items, so the idea that he was supplying them doesn't make a lot of sense. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are desperate for? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we? It doesn't feel right.
Don't worry. I had already foreseen
How
this.
do you now?
In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. I'm still completely stumped. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods
Yeah.
back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast!
Get the cargo back, yeah. Let's see what he has to say about this. Yeah. Like, what is Horioverse doing still allowing death during cutscenes? That is fucking stupid. Yeah, I know that I had more than my fair share of that kind of frustration. Now here on Inazuma and on Watatsumi Island, no less. When I was coming through here the first time. So now...
My goods! You got them back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with the Fatui in advance.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts.
Yeah.
We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient to establish his innocence.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with your crazy conspiracies. Lay off me next time, got it?
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You must bear the consequences.
Yeah. Turns out you got something else to worry about.
You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a fine. The amount of which...
He's like, oh no.
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of your mistakes.
Wait a minute,
Well,
Yeah, come
don't
on.
just stand there. Take him away. Time to pay up.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryo Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
Well, that is the point, isn't it?
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Why don't you come along for the walk?
Alright, which way are we going?
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Alright, let's go. As the bubbles fly up into the sky. I was expecting her to talk more, but I guess walking is fine.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Alright, so now that we're over here...
No, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the Shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Too bad there are people in the real world that don't feel like you do.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on you.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After
Hi,
all
Yuna.
this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be at peace once more.
I know, it's just... we should remain strong in these negotiations. We mustn't be too ready to compromise.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully and be sure to proceed appropriately.
Wonderful. We're all counting on you, Your Excellency.
Yeah, because, Titus and I need to go and deal with stuff.
Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one very happy mother. You're a kind and gracious leader. She'd be in very good hands. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must make the most of it. I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent. My daughter has always looked to you as a role model.
Well, If she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to speed on the latest situation.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish 2? Will he be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
Your Excellency!
Yeah, she's getting a lot of love.
Remain calm, everyone. I'll get around to all your queries. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then I can respond to each one as and when I have the time.
Yeah, you chat with the friendly people alongside Kokomi. Yeah, definitely wore her out.
Are you alright? This kind of thing is water off a duck's back for you, huh?
I guess.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been stolen.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
Really? That's fantastic. You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today?
Oh, jeez.
Right now?
Yeah, she kind of has to go up for peace talks.
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
I see. I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you, but it looks like we'll have to save that for some other time.
Yeah, you get too much love.
Well, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. Then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast.
Yay! The victory feast! Just to be clear, we're talking lots of delicious food, right?
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
Alright, so the quest has ended there. So, yeah, we can keep this going, but we're coming up on 2 hours now. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and call the stream here. I think we've accomplished enough tonight. So, we'll pick this up another time, but I do want to, next week, get started on a new Let's Play. So, while I have been enjoying getting some of this stuff out, I may finish some of this stuff off stream. Just because it'll be more convenient for me, but I also want to get onto playing some more games. And I really want to do that for you guys. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys. Not sure when I will stream first time for next week, but when I do, it will be back on YouTube more than likely if it is my new Let's Play. So I would encourage you to follow me there if you do not already. And we will see how that all goes, and I will look forward to seeing all of you then. So as Hiroyuki will stay in guard here, pacing back and forth, we'll go ahead and call things here. And with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact Live here on Twitch, even if we had a really ridiculous blooper happen here tonight. I don't know if you guys got a laugh out of it, and if you did, thanks. But it certainly wasn't a laughing matter for me, but if you enjoyed it, I'm glad you did. So we'll see you guys next time back on YouTube if it is my next Let's Play, and we will see you all then. So thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.